Hi, you're watching Velo News TV. I'm Neil Rogers here at the start of Stage 13 outside the Columbia bus. Another video diary with George Hincapie. George, yesterday was a little chaotic, not the usual morning chat we have. Let's talk about the day. Doping scandal on one end, another victory for Mark Cavendish on the other. Sort of pendulum swung both directions in the span of a few hours for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we was definitely really disappointed to hear that news. But we need to stay focused, do our job, and Mark to win his third stage for the team was really exciting for us, and we were super happy to see that.
I mean, talk about Cavendish. I mean, just how big of a talent is this guy? You've had a long racing career. He's basically won every real field sprint at this race. I mean, I was going to ask you what his potential is, but maybe we've already seen it.
Yeah, I mean, he's got an unlimited potential. I mean, if he wanted to, he could probably time trial as well. He's just such a strong, mentally focused cyclist that we haven't seen the last of his wins for sure, and I think he can win a lot more than even field sprints if he wants. But right now, he's the fastest guy in the world.
Yeah, what kind of guy is he? What's he like? I mean, he's very young. He's not afraid to speak his mind. But for inside the bus, within the team, how would you describe him?
He's just a really nice guy, laid back, fun to be around. We got a really funny team. Everybody's always joking around, and we're always laughing, even if we're winning or losing. So it's just been a real pleasure.
I mean, he's definitely sort of been perceived to be a bit cocky sometimes. Is that him just kind of putting on a show, having some fun, or is that a bit of this sort of the sprinter mentality, and you got to be a little bit like that?
Yeah, I think he can be arrogant at times, but he always his actions speak louder than his words. So he's won 3 stages here in the Tour, 2 in the Giro, and he's had an amazing year. So he's allowed to be a little arrogant for sure.
I was over at the team hotel last night, did a sit-down interview with Kim Kerkin. Saw your wife Melanie there, and it got me thinking, how often at an event like this, whether it's a tour or another Grand Tour or even a week-long stage race, are you able to have a visit from your wife? And is that? I know that you have roommates. What is the team protocol with sort of a visit like that?
This team's very relaxed. I mean, we were only an hour and a half from Girona last night, and my wife actually didn't tell me she was coming. She surprised me with my little child, Enzo, and it was just a real great surprise, and she had dinner with us, with the team. It was really nice for me. I haven't seen my son and my wife since the last 2 weeks, so it was great, and the team was just really happy that she came and surprised me. They're really laid back about that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Have you been on teams where they're not laid back, where it's just sort of access forbidden type of thing? I mean, you're here to race, and
No, not really. My past teams, they were also laid back when family came. I mean, obviously, they didn't want them around all the time, but when they came once in a while, it was no problem at all, and they'd always be very helpful in either getting them a room or making space at the dinner table. So it's not old school like it was maybe 20 years ago, where no wives or kids were allowed. Now the teams are a lot more relaxed.
Yeah, I was actually really surprised to learn that, I guess 25, 30 years ago, women weren't even allowed in the media corps at the Tour de France. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah.
So we were talking about Cavendish. It looks like today could be another day set up for a field sprint. I mean, talk about the dynamic within the Columbia team. And obviously, there's a GC battle going on. The Silence Lotto team's happy to let a break go up the road. You guys would like to see it stay close for a potential stage win.
Yeah, we're okay with a break going too, as long as we have somebody there. If not, if a break goes, then we prefer it to be a smaller break that's more manageable, and we can bring it back at the end. At the same time, we've won 3 stages. We've had the yellow jersey, we've had the green jersey, we've had the white jersey. So right now we're taking it day by day and trying to keep Kim up there, maybe move up a couple spots in the Alps, hopefully, and look for breakaways.
One last question. Tell me a little bit about what you've seen in terms of the battle, if there is one, happening between Silence and CSC. I know the other day, the day after the rest day, break went up the road. I think Silence Lotto was potentially looking to let the jersey slip away, and CSC wanted to kind of keep it close. It seems like CSC would prefer Cadell's team to keep the jersey, defend the jersey, and kind of wear themselves out heading into the mountains. From your perspective, what are you seeing?
Yeah, that's what I thought initially too, but then CSC was saying that they didn't want Pereiro back in the race, which also makes sense. They don't want to give a guy like that 10 minutes and then have to worry about him as well for the podium. But there's going to always be battles between the first couple teams. It's quite normal. CSC keeps saying how they're the strongest team, and they're definitely talking a lot. But it's a whole different situation when you have to be controlling the race as opposed to attacking the race. So if they get in that position, then maybe they won't be talking as much and hoping that other people won't be attacking. But right now, it's been a great race, exciting race. I'm sure we'll see a lot more action.
All right, George, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Yeah.